There is something quite amazing about seeds. Little, tiny, weeny, little seeds. This is a sunflower seed. It will grow and become a massive flower, producing lots and lots of seeds of its own if I plant it properly and look after it. Martin Luther King was once asked what he would do if he knew the world was going to go to pieces tomorrow. He said that he would plant an apple tree. He would plant something with hope for the future. And I think at the moment, with so many things going on and us feeling really uncertain and unhappy about all that's going on with this virus, it feels like sometimes the world's coming to an end. Or maybe it feels like the world's coming to an end for you because you're worried about your finances or your home or your job or your kids. Anyway, let's try and think of something positive. So we're going to plant a sunflower seed or two, and we need a pot and we need some soil. I was going to film this outside, but my neighbour is power washing something and there's a loud buzzing noise all the time, so we have to come in here. But it's a beautiful day to go out and dig up a bit of soil from the garden. Anyway, I've got a bag of compost. I'm going to fill my pot with it. Bit messy, but I like messy things. I'm not filling the pot right to the top yet because I want to bury my seed in about 1.5 centimetres of soil. So, one seed, one pot, in it goes. In fact, I think I'm going to put 2 seeds in my pot. Hopefully 2 little seedlings will grow. I'll have to separate them later because they'll get too big to be next to one another, but they're fine in a little pot together for now. And then we need about 1.5 centimetres of soil on top of that, about 1/2 inch in old money. There we go, and that is it really. It's as easy as that to plant a seed. A little bit of water, not too much to drown it, but enough just to make the soil damp. The other way of planting a seed would have been to tip all the soil into the pot and then just get a pencil and dip a little hole in it, drop the seed in and then cover it back up. So as I say, you've got about 1.5 centimetres of soil over the top of it. And then that's it. I'm going to put it on the kitchen windowsill because that's where we get a lot of sunlight in this house. One thing you can do if you want to make a little kind of fake greenhouse for it is cut the bottom off a drinks bottle and stick it over the top to make a kind of greenhouse effect. And then as soon as you see the little green shoots starting to grow, then you have to take it off, but at least it'll keep it nice and warm and get it started. It's great to plant seeds and it's great fun to watch things grow, and I hope that if you grow some good sunflowers you'll put pictures of them on the Messy Church page. But they take a little while to grow. When you put a seed into the ground, it looks dead, it doesn't look like it's anything. And it's quite miraculous the way that something new grows out of something that looked so dead. Jesus talked a lot about seeds. He also talked about dying, and because it's Easter, this is the time where we remember the fact that Jesus died and rose again. And so we think about this process of what we call resurrection. Jesus said that if a seed is not put into the ground and is not left buried in the earth, it can't change and grow. And so he said that if he didn't die and allow his body to be buried, then the new thing that he wanted to happen wouldn't happen. What was that new thing? When Jesus died on the cross, he shared in the great suffering of the world, and we know that there's a lot of suffering in the world, and Jesus shared that suffering and bore it in his own body. He died, but then we believe he rose again. And when he rose again from the dead and he was resurrected, something new happened. He was still the same Jesus, just like the sunflower seed and the sunflower all come from the same thing. But he was different, he was changed by that resurrection experience. We're told that Jesus opened a new and living way for people to follow him through death to God. by his death and resurrection. That's the mystery and the message of Easter. It'll be after Easter before your sunflowers have really grown, but you'll be able to watch them growing bigger and bigger under the influence of the water, because you must keep watering them, and the sunlight on the windowsill. And then when it gets warm enough, maybe in a month or so, you can plant them outside. And if you're really lucky, they'll grow really big and tall, and maybe you can have a competition to see who can grow the biggest sunflower. Certainly I'd like to see the pictures on the Messy Church page if you manage that. Happy growing.